actress, model, businesswoman, and entrepreneur Lornalitz Baez. That's es un trabalenguas. Pero welcome to the Zoo. Great to have you.
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
All right, darling. I think it's time to do our introductory call of the wild. So when we sit, we scream "Hua." Do you got it?
Hua. Okay.
On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Hua!
Okay, no fuimos.
So first of all, Lornalitz is one name.
Lornalitz is my first name.
Now, when you were growing up, that's your real name. That's your birth name, right? So did it ever? I mean, did you ever play around with? Lornalitz is a little eccentric, but if you separate it, Lornalitz is kind of. Did you play with that as your stage name?
My agents did. My managers and agents did. Yeah, they totally wanted to separate the two, and they were trying to leave out my last name, Baez. I'm like, I think my dad would be upset about that.
So what made you wanna? Because I've dealt with this myself. Just doing some things on the side as a writer. They said, why don't you do H.C. Guida? Because Umberto Guida is a little too, weird for some people. Did you make a conscious decision to go back and say, no, I'm going to use my full real name?
I did. I love my name, Lornalitz Baez. First name Lornalitz, last name Baez. It's different. It's unique, No one has it. Yeah, thank you. My mom loves it too.
Everything is unique about you. I believe, now that you said that, everything is unique about you, and I love your attitude. I couldn't get enough reading about everything you've done, and I think, especially for girls these days, it's so important to have these examples of what a woman what she has to do to embrace herself and to actually love herself, but not in the cliche kind of way, but in the actual fully loving yourself inside out.
Fully loving yourself.
How is this journey for you?
It's been tough. It has been easy for me. I started modeling about 16 years ago. I was around 12 years old when I started, and I'm originally from New York City. And growing up there, I was told, well, you have to lose weight to be considered like a high fashion model. And at that time, modeling was like size 0 to 2, and plus junior plus didn't really exist. There wasn't really a market for it. So, I kind of fell into the whole okay, I'll lose some weight, but then trying to maintain a size 2 when you're, 5'10", size 2. I'm supposed to be a natural size 12, 14. I'm Latina. We have curves. Yes. It was difficult, but, throughout life and working in the industry and growing up, I learned to embrace myself, for sure.
You've talked about your eating disorders. Do you feel that the fashion industry is to blame for that and for the eating disorders of many other girls out there in the country?
For sure. It's a sensitive topic, but, I feel like growing up, when you're young, in my case, I was 12, size 12, and you want something so badly, you kind of fall into that, and the industry can manipulate you a little bit, but I didn't have anyone to really look up to either. There wasn't really a popular, full-figured model at that time, or actress at that time, but now times have changed.
Yeah.
There's so many people that young girls could look up to, myself included.
Right. Yes.
So there's no need to fall into that whole trap anymore, and the industry's changing as well.
And we're seeing that. We're seeing that on the billboards. We're seeing a lot of full figures. By the way, I just want to make sure, because terms are always changing and become politically incorrect. A couple years ago, it was plus size models. That's not what is. I know that you just call yourself a model, and that's all you need to say. But is full figured model now the term that you refer to someone?
Well, you can say full figure. You can say plus size, curve model. To each his own.
And by the way, as a man, and especially as a Latino man, I appreciate seeing beautiful, full-figured, curvy women on these things, because some of these skinny women, they don't really resonate with, I think, what a lot of men find attractive. So I think it was basically the fashion industry wants people that their clothes can hang off of, and that usually means like a 6-foot woman that weighs about 95 pounds.
Also, a lot of those models you see them in person and they look scary, like just frozen and
they need a sandwich.
Come on, not
That's what I was going to ask. Now that you mentioned the burger thing, do you have more fun in life because you don't have to worry so much about keeping a certain size all the time? Because I have model friends that go bananas with their size, and there's everything, the belly and the cellulite and this and that. And I don't think they enjoy themselves as much.
I definitely work out because I like it. It's a mood regulator for me, and I've always worked out. I do spinning, I do yoga, Pilates, but it's just for my own enjoyment. It's not so much to lose weight or, keep fit. It's more for keeping fit and being healthy. But it's not for losing weight. There's no pressure when you're a curve model to lose weight. They want you to be curvy, and I think that's great. I think that's awesome. I get to eat on my cheat days.
Wait, you have cheat days?
I do.
Or is every day a cheat day?
I
for
think
a
every
plus-size
weekend's
model?
my cheat week.
Yeah?
Well, no, well, let me just, because you are, and I've seen some of the bathing suit photos that you do. You are fit.
Yes.
You're just not anorexic, and not
Exactly.
every woman. Some women are naturally skinny, and some women are naturally voluptuous.
Exactly. Yeah, and curves come in different sizes as well. Like I have cousins that are size 6, and believe it or not, size 6 is considered
look at
plus
that.
size.
Wow.
So I don't know. Yeah.
Where does your exotic look come
crazy.
from? What's your ethnic mix?
I am Puerto Rican and I have Asian as well, Japanese.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
By the way, I noticed a ring on your finger.
I'm engaged.
Really?
Oh,
Can I just say
I
something?
noticed the ring.
The reason I noticed is I'm engaged too, but if I wasn't engaged, thank you, if I wasn't engaged and I didn't see a ring on your finger, I'd probably ask you out on a date. I don't know what I'm supposed to. That's probably inappropriate, but hey.
He's gonna get in trouble with his fiance or anything.
Oh man, don't get yourself in trouble.
I already have.
Who's the lucky person? What do they do? Are they a model too?
No, he's not. He works in finance, completely different from what I do, which is great because I don't want to marry a model. I can't be with a model and actor. It's like to separate the two. But he's my best friend. My best friend for 8 years now. Yeah.
Do you do like a class or something to embrace your sexuality? Because I've noticed on your pictures, we call it La India Maria in Mexico, which like, I could never do like a sexy photo shoot or anything like that. I don't know why, but you are so sexy, like posing on this. What do you do? Like, how? Or you just have it?
I don't know. I guess this is years of practice. I don't know.